Challenge for Child Care Center Directors. My name is Noelle Dintino, and I'm one of the co-owners of Scribble Time, a Center for Early Learning, and this is our Flip My Center training program. I am thrilled that you are here with me on this 30-day journey. I am so excited to share so many things with you to help you lead your center better. But before we get started, I'm going to share a little bit about myself so that those of you that haven't met me know exactly what my background is. I graduated with my degree in speech and language pathology and realized I did not like working in that field. So I took a position with an investment bank, which I loved. And within a year of being in an administrative position, I was promoted into leadership. I was managing people from all across the world in different departments. At one point, I was working on so many different operations projects that I was taking from the corporate investment bank and brought over into the leadership program at the company, where I spent the last 10 years working with a small team of executives. We would go into failing business units that we had, and we would go in and turn them around. And my position was dealing with the operations and with the team. I worked very closely with human resource leaders, business leaders, creating processes that employees could follow, showing them how they can thrive, creating development courses for them, and also working on the disaster recovery. When the bank was merged into a new bank, I decided it was time for me to move on. I had an 18-month-old, and I just couldn't do the commute anymore. So I left, and that's where my story begins with you. In 2004, my sister and I were sitting together with my dad for lunch when I told them I was going to leave my position. My sister shared with us her disappointment in her job as a preschool teacher. She loved working with the kids and the families, but the center was really difficult to work in. She kept switching to different centers, trying to find the right company for her, and she couldn't find it. She told us exactly what she was looking for. By the end of the lunch, my dad said, "Well, why don't you two girls open up your own child care center?" I couldn't even imagine it. I kept thinking to myself, I don't think I could teach kids. I have an 18-month-old that I'm trying to control. Forget 23-year-olds. So by the time we got home, we both were already calling each other. We came up with this idea. Why don't we do it? And that's when Scribble Time, a Center for Early Learning, was born. We're located in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. And in 2005, we opened our doors for the first time with 3 classrooms and 4 teachers. Now, 12 years later, we have 9 classrooms and 30 teachers. 1 month in, and until this very day, 12 years later, we remain full with a healthy waiting list. In 2014, we saw centers closing, and we were thriving. And at the time, I was taking a lot of virtual training courses on business, on social media. I was just getting into Facebook. I was learning so many different things. And we'd come back and talk to each other, and my sister and I would say, why are these centers closing? Like, why isn't it working for them, and why is it working for us? And that's when the light bulb went on. In August 2014, we launched Flip My Center. We offered free virtual trainings just like this. We offer webinars and more advanced training through a program that was called the Leadership Line that we're now switching to Directors Club in March. The 30-day Leadership Challenge is going to take you on a 30-day journey exploring all aspects of your leadership. We will invest in ourselves and in others. We will create new habits that will leave you feeling accomplished. We will create the life that we thought we would have before we started our center. Do you remember that day that you thought, oh, I have this big dream for my center, and now you're in the nitty-gritty, and it's much more harder than you thought it was? You know that dream of the perfect place, that flexible schedule? Well, to get the most, absolute most of this challenge, you need to set aside time. You need to come to this group every day. You need to log onto Facebook, go to our group and see what the challenge is that I'm setting for you. I'm going to post it by 6 a.m. each day. You need to make the time to do the work. You're also going to need a notebook and a folder so you can keep all of your stuff together. Your center will ride the roller coaster highs and lows just like it's been doing, but it will never turn into your dream center without some work. Some of you have had one or two things that you need to work on, and then there's others that have a lot that they need to work on. This challenge will help any center at any phase, but you need to invest the time. Nothing will change until you do. And I started this 30-day challenge because a month ago, I also started a 30-day challenge for myself. And I have found that the more work I do on my ideal schedule so I can fit into my ideal goals, the more I'm feeling better about my center and about myself. Your center, this challenge is for the smallest of centers and the large chains. And as we progress through this challenge, I'm going to help you adapt each challenge to whoever it is that it needs to be. Your first challenge will be in this group tomorrow. I want you to set some time right now, this week, so that you can work on some things. And some of the challenges are going to take a minute or two, and some might take 30 minutes. It just depends. I am so excited to have all of you here with me in this group. And not only at the end of this journey will you realize a dream, but I need to share with you that I'm realizing a dream today. I am so grateful that you are part of this journey. Back in 2014, when I just couldn't take watching centers fail and seeing now enrolling signs up all over the place, I had an idea to help everybody. And I want to be on this journey with you, changing how centers operate your way. I'm teaching you processes that you can put in place and adjust it to your center. This isn't scribble time across the country. These are simple processes that we've created here that work. I'm not just a trainer. I'm a child care center director. I know exactly what your job's like. I am here rooting for each and every one of you. I'm praying for your hopes, your dreams, your goals, and I cannot wait to get started. I'm looking forward to our challenge tomorrow. See you soon.